Welcome to the Program Pod, a national award-winning program on the RCBC Podcast Network, which takes a deep dive into the programs offered at RCBC through different perspectives of students, faculty, and employers. With a little bit of a twist, as we are in part 2 here of the Program Pod's second annual Winter Commencement special here for RCBC as we get ready to head into 2025. Man, how quickly this semester went by. But yeah, we're getting ready to honor the students that are ready to graduate now, not having to wait till May. Hi, I'm Jay Varga, by the way, the host, the producer, the one that just gets to sit back and listen to these students do their speeches and stuff, but also bring each individual President's Award winner from all 3 ceremonies in here and get to know them a little bit more on a personal basis. And now we have the one who's going to be kicking things off altogether for the health sciences. We have Bhagyasree Barman.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I've been trying. I'm pretty good with my phonetics here, but well, first of all, congratulations on being the President's Award winner and getting ready to speak in front of the health sciences class.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Are you excited? Are you ready?
Very.
Yeah.
I'm very excited, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah. It's like, you got a couple practice runs in it. You're getting ready to do it live, which we will be, of course, broadcasting. And by the time that this podcast is aired, the commencement has already happened, and we'll go back and listen to some of your podcasts if people want to hear it. It's broadcasting live in front of a worldwide audience. So we're getting y'all ready for it, but it's almost showtime. So you're going to be good to go, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you spoken in front of a crowd this size before?
Not this size, no. But I have done a lot of public speaking in high school.
Okay. So you're a little bit good there. So, I always like to kind of get into the psyche of everything and get to know why, you wanted to be a President's Award winner applicant in the first place.
I wanted to be an applicant mostly because I wanted to give my parents something that they could just be so proud of. I know that they are proud of me, but I just wanted to give them something tangible, like proof that all your hard work has actually paid off.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're showing them, and obviously you won, and were you surprised to hear that you won? You're like, no, I got this. Because we were talking to Jared earlier. He said that was more intimidating than actually getting ready to do the speech and stuff, was the actual interview process going in front of all the administrators and everybody else. How was that experience?
I was very nervous, and in all reality, I know some of my cohort. Well, I know my cohort, they're all such hard workers. They all have inspiring stories. So honestly, I wasn't 100% sure I would get picked. I was just like, I'll throw it in, and if I get it, that's great. Mm-hmm. And if someone else from my cohort gets it, then I know that they thoroughly deserve it.
Cohort's a fancy word for classmates, in case people are listening. We had to learn that before. No, that's some awesome stuff. And it's kind of funny because when we finally, I get ready to speak with the students, and I was starting to see some of the profile pics kind of coming in. I'm like, she looks familiar. Wait, she does. She's like, you're one of we call it our models here at RCBC or whatever it is. And the only reason I know it because again, I control the content on the website, right? So I'm putting your picture like pretty much all over the website, and we're seeing it everywhere else. How was that part of that experience too?
Oh my God!
Can you see yourself all over campus? Right?
Yes, I see myself on the benches, some of the posters all over in the buildings, and to be honest, at first I was a little embarrassed.
Get used to it.
But yeah, I got used to it.
Yeah. So, what made you choose, or actually, where are you from? Because I know we're listening to your speech. You've come a long way to get here, even to RCBC. Can we kind of go all the way back to that point?
Sure.
Where you kind of started, how you kind of got here?
Okay. Well, I am from India. I immigrated here in 2021. Before that, I lived in a village called Mayapur. It's very, it's not too big, it's small, but we had like everything we needed. And then when I came here, when I finished high school, I just didn't have a lot of options. And I just knew that I wouldn't have any options if I stayed where I was. And because my father had lived in America, I was like, let me just give it a shot. And it was a very, very long process. And it was very hard. And sometimes there were obstacles every step of the way. And sometimes I even felt like giving up. But I knew that if I actually did give up, then that's it. I would just be stuck there. And it was so hard to basically get back up after falling so many times, but that's why resilience is so important to me. And I think I've really cultivated my resilience to get to where I am today.
When did that light bulb go off? Like, what made you, the aha moment?
It was during the pandemic when I actually got to see a nurse at work doing her thing. She was doing all of these hard things with no resources, barely resources. The thing is, when you're doing something so hard every single day, it can really take a toll on you. You can get grouchy, irritated, you can take it out on other people. But the nurse that I saw working, she was always composed, always kind, always compassionate, even though sometimes I could definitely see the stress getting to her. It would get to anyone. But she remained so kind throughout the entire thing, and that meant so much to my family. And the way that she was able to help and, improve our lives, that made me feel like I would love to do that for other people. That was the catalyst that, I realized that I wanted to be a nurse and similarly improve people's lives.
That's awesome. I'm a little biased towards nurses because my wife is one, my mother is one, all around it. And I know the incredible amount of work that kind of goes into it, the compassion that you have and everything else, which I think you're going to crush it just from hearing your speeches and stuff. I think this is, again, I think things happen for a reason. I'm not trying to say why COVID happened for whatever reason that was, or whatever that kind of turned into, but it led you to this point and it was destined for you, right? And now you are here to this point. You get ready to speak in front of your peers here at the Health Sciences ceremony, which is going to be, kicking it all off, which is always the rowdiest crowd, by the way, because STEM's kind of in their own thing, right? And then humanities, business, and social sciences, as we can, as that's the new division name, they start to kind of get, they're a little funky bunch too. But health sciences, you're loud. you're all having a party all the time. They all come, everybody's getting all dressed up with their cap and gown and such, screaming all over the place. It's such good energy. So I'm looking forward to that, and it's going to be a great way to start the whole commencement here. And I'm definitely looking forward to that part. But while you're here, before we get ready to go on to the next step, and I'll ask you about that in a second, though, was there a professor that you had that kind of stood out in the health sciences, or it could have been any particular course, could have been some, gen ed course that, that you kind of connected with or have a good experience with?
For me, I think definitely Professor Brundle.
Oh, okay.
She is our pediatrics instructor.
Yep.
She is just this incredibly wonderful and kind woman, and she's been in pediatrics her whole life. And, in nursing, there's a little bit of a stigma where it's if you don't do med surg first, then, you're not a good enough nurse. If you don't do the hard stuff, you're not a good enough nurse. But what they don't realize is that pediatrics is so hard. It's sick children. Come on. When I did my pediatrics rotation, it broke my heart. But she has such incredible strength. And coming back to it again, she is able to keep her warmth, to keep that comforting, nurturing personality throughout everything. And I really felt that. My professors were all so tough, so strong, incredible, but her gentleness is what really touches me. I love strong, independent, wonderful people, but when someone can be all of that and so warm and gentle and kind at the same time, that's what really, really gets me. She definitely stood out to me that way. Throughout the program, she would keep in touch. She would ask how I'm doing. She also knows my boyfriend's mom, who is also a nurse, so she was also her teacher.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's
small
incredible.
world. Yeah, she does have that aura about her, and I love hearing those stories too. That it's those little things even after she's kind of not done with you, but she's you've kind of moved on to your next class or curriculum or whatever, and she's still checking in and saying hey, because we had her on the show, and I've known her from working here at RCBC for a while, just in the hallways and such. And a cool thing is, well, I don't know if I can reveal, but she's helped us out in marketing with, we'll say, a certain mascot at times too, right? So she just has this awesome energy. But when I brought her on, and I totally can vibe that gentleness that you speak of with her, and I'm glad you got to connect and have that experience here through at RCBC. So, you're going to be graduating here, and what's next? I think I heard off mic or something like that. Like you're kind of like almost already set up for a gig.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it? What are you going to do?
So in February, I'm going to be working with Virtua in Med Surg Renal.
Nice.
Yeah. I told myself I wasn't gonna do Med Surg. It's kind of known as like the really how do I say it? The hard one, the one that makes you want to not be a nurse. But when I went on the floor, I did my interview. The people were so kind and welcoming, and I met the patients, and I was like, oh, I really want to help people. I can do this. Med-surg isn't that bad. And just being able to physically be there during my interview, getting a tour, talking to some of the patients, that's what convinced me. And I was like, yeah, maybe I don't have to stay here forever, but for the meantime, I'm so happy to be here and help and learn on this floor.
Yeah, that's some incredible stuff, and I'm glad you're starting to have that path, and to hear you're over at Virtua too, which is an incredible healthcare system. I want to say it's some of the best career options here in the Northeast. So it's great seeing that and seeing your culmination, especially from where you came from, for where you were headed. And now, you're here. And that's when I started to get the goosebumps about it. And this is what it's all about here, being in higher ed, is we get to see those and see and hear those types of stories. And you get to pass those types of messages on, because you know what, maybe tomorrow, or, again, as we're recording this, but when your speech goes on, there might be one person in that auditorium that you connect with, right? You're going to be speaking to like 100 people, right? But it's just that one person, just kind of like for you, it was during COVID, you had like that one nurse that kind of like had that aha moment for you. Now it's your turn to kind of pay it forward. Setting that up, can you give us a little tease, or maybe you could, if you're talking to that one person that might be connected to, what would you, try to say to that person who's kind of like where you were before and how they get out of it, or maybe some words of inspiration for that classmate or fellow classmates?
If someone is in that dark place where you feel like this is impossible, I can't do this, I want you to know that it is absolutely possible. If I can come here and become a nurse, do all these wonderful things, be the recipient of the President's Award, which I thought was impossible at one point. At one point I thought, it's better if, I just settle with my lot in life, and this is it. That's all I'll ever be. I'm not going to be anything more. And it is, I understand, it's just so, so, so hard to get out of that mentality. But you must know that you are so, so capable and strong, and that you do have the resilience to get back up, to get up and try again and start fresh. Even though it's going to be long, it's going to be really hard. But if you can just get up, take it one step at a time, baby steps towards the goal, like little by little make progress, I absolutely know that you can do it, because I did it. And if I can do it, anyone can do it.
And as I paint the picture here in the little back room here of the auditorium of Voda itself, is about Bhagyasree was closing her eyes, and that was a pure message from within. That's inspirational to me. I hope it's inspirational to somebody else, because again, you're a little a working example. I'm kind of getting like worked up a little bit, you know what I mean? Because you're a living example of it, but just the pure emotion of it, and you're not just kind of throwing words, out there. But nor would it be as we expect from President Award winners. But not only can you be that, you can be a nice, model on campus and get your face put all over on the benches and everything else too. But no, that was it was purely sincere, and I'm very proud of you, and I hope your parents are proud of you and stuff too. Are they going to be here for the ceremony?
Yes, they will be here. The first few words of my speech is in Bengali, just so that they know how important all their efforts and all their hard work that they put into me is. I'm just so grateful for, like, my parents never even finished high school. So, and for them to just pick up and leave and come to a completely unfamiliar country and to work so hard to get me here, I'm just so happy that they can see me on this stage.
And how would you say that in Bengali?
Bengali?
Yeah.
বাবা মা, আমার এত ভালো লাগছে যে তোমরা আমাকে এই মঞ্চে আজ দেখতে পাচ্ছ।
Okay. I'm gonna trust your word for that.
Yeah.
Well, we are gonna have the full speech too, because when you're getting it into when you're on the stage and you're going through, it's a lot more in length and stuff, and it'll be archived for generations to come and check it out. And so if people do miss it live, it will be on our YouTube channel, and eventually we'll archive it on our commencement page and everything else. But once again, congratulations for being the President's Award winner, getting ready to speak and kick things off for the second annual. So not to put the pressure on you, because everything's going to go through you first, right? But for the winter commencement here at RCBC for 2024 as we head into 2025, but representing the health sciences class and going to go rock out in Virtua and do some great things in the healthcare world. Bhagya, congrats.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for coming on the show.
And there goes Bhagya, who was off to get some rest as she was battling a little bit of a head cold, which is, pretty common this time of year, and wanted to ensure that she'd be good to go for kicking off the second annual winter commencement at RCBC, which is where I'm about to take you right now. We're going to hear the opening message from RCBC President Dr. Michael Ciosi, followed by a little clip of Bhagya's speech to our health science peers. So let's check it out now.
Welcome to Rowan College of Burlington County's second ever winter graduation ceremony. Our Mount Laurel campus is part of the traditional territory of the Lenni Lenape called Lenape Hoking. We acknowledge the Lenni Lenape as the original people of this land and their continued relationship within their territory. In our acknowledgement of the continued presence of Lenape people in their homeland, we affirm the aspiration of the great Lenape chief, Tamanent, that there be harmony between the indigenous people of this land and the descendants of the immigrants to this land, as long as the rivers and creeks flow and the sun, moon, and stars shine. In that spirit of harmony, we are so glad that you're with us to celebrate our students' success. Most students come to RCBC with a common goal of establishing a career in independence. That was Bhagyasree Barman's dream as a girl in India, but that dream probably meant more to her than most of us. In her homeland, careers and independence were not possible for women. Generations of cultural expectations were crushing for an ambitious person like Bhagya. She sought a better future for herself and twice endured a long bureaucratic process to come to America. In 2021, she arrived along with a new dream to become a nurse after watching healthcare heroes throughout the pandemic. She stands today among us today as that independent woman and a nurse who she dreamed of becoming back in India. I'm proud to welcome her to the stage as the President's Award recipient for Health Sciences. Bhagya.
Thank you, President Ciosi, graduates, loved ones, and distinguished faculty members. It is an honor to be here with you today. I'm immensely grateful to RCBC for the privilege of being your speaker for health sciences. And today I stand before you as a graduate about to have RN after my name, and I am the independent woman of my dreams. I want to say this to my fellow graduates. In the future, we will face challenges that seem too big or impossible to solve. But if I can come to this country and stand on this stage right now, I have no doubt that you can overcome anything. I have boundless faith in all of you that you can overcome anything. I know that as healthcare workers, you will make an incredibly positive impact in this world. Congratulations to my fellow graduates. On behalf of my cohort, I want to say thank you to all the family, the partners, and the friends who supported us through this incredible journey. Thank you.
And Mom and Dad didn't miss it. So Mom and Dad got to see it live. So I'm glad we were able to accommodate that. Okay, congratulations, members of the class of 2024. You may now move your tassels from your right to your left. Before we conclude, I want to applaud the faculty and staff who have worked tirelessly to prepare the next generation of leaders. Again, to all the family and friends in the audience who have supported our graduates on every step of their long journey. Round of applause for those folks. All right, and this is going to be the loudest round of applause. One final round of applause for our graduates.
And just like that, the second annual Winter Commencement for Health Sciences would come to a close. We then go on to celebrate the humanities, business, social sciences, STEM, which again is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and adult basic education with their respective ceremonies throughout the day here on campus at the Voda Auditorium, which you could also catch the entire live streams of each event on RCBC's YouTube channel. So if you wanted to check out the entire President Award winner speeches, the graduates receiving their diplomas, and the likes, you can head on over to our YouTube channel and stream away. Meanwhile, after the events took place, all of the graduates, faculty, friends, and family would head over to the Student Success Center for snacks, selfies, and some other celebratory times, thanks to the RCBC Foundation for providing all of that stuff. And while over there, I sent the program pod intern, Emmanuel Amarh, to catch up with some of the graduates and ask about their experience attending RCBC. Here's what went down.
I'm with the RCBC podcast. I'm just talking to some of the graduates now that you did the graduation thing. So what's your name, what was your major, and what future plans do you have now?
Okay, I'm Fala Ibrahim, and my major was criminal justice, and my future plan is hopefully to become a lawyer.
What kind of lawyer do you want to be?
Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe immigration or real estate or what my mom wants me to do. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah.
Do you have any plans to transfer somewhere, or are you doing 3+1? What's
Yeah, I'm doing 3+1 here, and then hopefully I could start applying to law schools after my senior year.
Do you have any law firms you want to work for? Any special ones to you?
No, but I am thinking of some schools I want to go to so far. So UPenn, maybe. Yeah.
Do you have any words of advice to your fellow graduates?
Don't let yourself think that you can't do it, because if other humans can do it, so why can't you? And that's the mindset I put to myself.
That's a good mindset. And then the last question, a really hard, heavy-hitting question. If you were walking, what song would you have want to play while you were getting up there?
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking Hall of Fames. Yeah, do you remember that one?
That's a good song. It's a good song. Congrats. Thank you for talking to me. You did the thing, and good luck in your future endeavors, okay? So could you tell me your name, your major, and any future plans you have?
So my name is Janer Azamir. I majored in cybersecurity. My plans going forward actually is to take the CPA exam. I was working to get my 150 credit hours, so yeah. So my field in accounting and how cybersecurity ties into it.
Over your time here at RCBC, do you have any favorable memories or moments?
My professor actually was really helpful throughout all this. Professor Warner, fantastic, and he's the one who really helped me through this field of study. Cybersecurity is complicated with it, but he broke it down. He made it really enjoyable, and that's my greatest takeaway from this school. More
so on the school aspect, is there something you think you could have taken more advantage of over your time here?
Yeah, this area here. I haven't spent much time in this building. There's a lot of activities to relax and such. I've always been in the tech building and in and out of there only. Yeah.
I'm the same way. Just this year, I've started to stay in the SSC more often and connect with people. So I'm in the same boat as you. Do you have any words of wisdom you want to give to your fellow graduates, maybe people that are in cybersecurity too?
Yeah, everyone's willing to help. And if you have any questions, you're hung up at any time, students and faculty alike are ready to help you at any point. I've been in that position where I felt stuck and I don't know if I could keep going, but there was always a support network here, and that's what really helped me get through it all. Especially our advising team upstairs are fantastic.
Thank you so much for your time. Congrats on graduating again, and good luck in your future endeavors. Can you mind telling your name for me one more time, and then what was your major?
My name is Kaija Rittenberg, and my major is education.
So why the interest in education?
I really like kids, and I want to be a pre-K teacher.
What is one thing you think you could have taken more advantage of here at RCBC?
One thing I could have taken more advantage of is the tutoring. It helped me a lot during my very first semester, my freshman year, and I didn't take advantage of it this semester, and I should have.
Thank you for speaking with me today. Congratulations, and good luck in your future endeavors. Hi, I'm Emmanuel. This is the RCBC podcast. I'm just going to ask you some questions about like your name, your major, future plans that you have.
Hi, my name is Zara Hill. My major is computer science, and my future plans are to become a software engineer.
Is there any company you want to work for specifically?
So right out of college, I want to work for either Lockheed or Willis Towers Watson, but my main goal is to have my own company so that I can bring people closer to God through the internet.
Very rarely do we find people blending the faith and science, like the technology aspect. That's good. We need more of that. Now, same question I asked Victoria. If you were walking up to the stage to grab your diploma, what song is playing?
Praise by Elevation Worship. It's a great listen. Listen to it.
Hi, I'm with the... Okay, first the hug. Sorry. Hi, I'm with the RCBC podcast. I'm Emmanuel. We're just asking the graduates things that they graduated about. First thing is your name, your major. What are your future plans?
So my name is Victoria Radu. I'm graduated with associates in psychology, and my future plans are to get a doctorate in psychology, a PsyD, and I'm really excited for that. I think I have like about 6 years left until I'm finished school. Yay!
What is one main takeaway you've gotten from RCBC?
I guess I'm grateful that I had good professors, and I was able to learn in everything that I'm passionate about, and just really enjoy school and get adjusted to the college life and meet new friends.
What's something you would say to your cohort of graduates?
Never give up, keep going, and always follow your dreams.
Thank you. Hi, I'm with the RCBC podcast. We're just asking people about, well, their graduation stuff. So would you mind telling me your name, your major, any future plans you have?
So my name is Cassandra Gordon, and I am in inclusive education, and I'm in the 3+1 program. My last year is going to be at Rowan University to get my bachelor's.
What is one thing you're taking away from RCBC now that you're about to leave?
Definitely everything they help put in my toolbox. So assisting students, doing homework, the procrastination, and everything like that.
What is one thing you want to say to your fellow graduates?
We made it. Congratulations, and the hard work is finally put to rest. Just keep going with whatever plans you have in the future, and don't ever give up.
Now for a really, really hard question. When you're going up to get your diploma, what song would be playing?
Every Day I'm Hustling. I forgot who it's by, but I do like that song. It gets me motivated, yeah.
That's a good answer. Thank you for your time. Thank you for talking to me. Congrats on graduating, and good luck with your future plans.
Every day I'm hustling, which if I want to bust out my old commercial radio DJ roots, that's Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO, released in 2011. I'm Casey Kasem. But actually, I'm not. I'm Jay Varga, and indeed a solid answer there for a walk-up song, but thanks to Emmanuel for doing a great job catching up with some RCBC students and letting us hear some inside perspective on their experiences attending RCBC, which of course eventually led them to their success and diplomas there as they walked across the stage for the second annual RCBC Winter Commencement, which is officially in the books. So thanks for listening to our coverage here of this special event, and if you'd like to learn more about the programs that RCBC has to offer, you can check out rcbc.edu, and of course, you can keep listening to this awesome program called The Program Pod, where I take you throughout some deep dives within a particular major, within a particular program, to kind of give you a nice inside perspective of what the programs are all about by talking to students, faculty, and employer, and I'll do that throughout the year. So be sure to subscribe to The Program Pod wherever you get your podcast. Tell your friends, tell your family, all that good stuff. I appreciate the support. So this is Jay Varga, again, saying thanks for listening and also wishing you nothing but the best in 2025. Now, go out there and crush it.